It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Here with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for him.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Saunders. Wizard out there with the Wizard. That's the Wizard. We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but GA much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
And it's Magician missing. For the 3, the Wizard can't hit. Here's Magician, coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Inside, Magician, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
It's deflected. Pass to Saunders. Here's the Wizard. A second chance effort. Wagner left side. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Here's the Wizard. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, that's brutal. 1 for 5 to start. You have got to find your footing offensively.
Pass to Wagner. Drills the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. The 3. Not going to fall. Starting off slow, he misses his first 3 from the floor. To the left side wing. Here's Magician, and it's denied. And it was not a clean block. Whistle blows and a foul on the defender here. It's a shooting foul, so free throws will be coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. We are really in the thick of the regular season now, Greg. You like what you've seen so far?
Absolutely. You can tell that everyone came to play this year. The game just keeps getting more advanced, and the skill level continues to rise.
Baker, he's checked in for Saunders. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Magician's checked in for the Magician. To stop the run, and he sinks the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And finished off by Wagner.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. That one falls.
Oh, phenomenal work right there. There's times, boy, he can be tough to check.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot, guys. Ja Morant looking to lead the way. He said, I set the tone. My teammates feed off of it, and I love to compete. That's how we all grew up, playing on the blacktop outside, competing at a high level when there was no cameras around. Guys, back to you.
He's got that alpha mentality. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Right wing. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Missed inside. Gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Pass the Magician. Here's Magician. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Wagner passes to Knox. Launches it. Traps in the tray. Knox has got 6.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range. And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Pass the Magician. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
First trip to the line for him here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And he's good on the second. Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points. Here's the Wizard. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game.
This guy just simply can't find his rhythm, and sometimes that happens.
Here's Magician, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game, leading by 14. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
We've got the Wizard. Magician is out there with the Wizard. Then it's Magician. And it's the Wizard in at the 1. The 8-footer. And it's Magician missing. Outside Thomas. Pass to Magician. Thomas feeling it out a bit. The rebound by Baker.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Guy like Ty Jerome, DB, he gives his team valuable lineup flexibility.
That's exactly right, Kevin, because he could play the 1 guard, he can play the 2 guard, you can have him run your team for long stretches when your lead guard needs a rest. This guy is incredible.
The Wizard passes to Magician. Buries the long-range jumper. Magician's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Magician's checked in for the Magician. One of the standout performers recently. We have a chance now to recognize the Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
And the nature of big men in the league has evolved, and he's a perfect example of how valuable a guy like this can be on your team. He's had a tremendous stretch of basketball here lately.
Here's Magician. Off target from outside. Gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Lets it go from the wing. Baker with the bucket. Baker's got his first 2 points.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Back to Thomas. Pass to Magician. Outside Thomas for 3. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Here's Baker. A three-pointer, no good. Gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
Gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Going inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And look at hanging in the air, double pumped, and then throws it down.
And you see the D, they just stepped aside, let him pick what kind of move he wanted to make. Wow. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. And the basket by Knox.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Magicians checked in for Knox. Pass to Saunders. Out to the right wing. And there's 1:45 left to play here in the half. That shot off. 61% showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. Plays it up and banks it in. He's got 13.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Around 43% from the floor in the second quarter. Here's Magician. A three-pointer off the mark. Gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, this guy's so crafty. Once he catches the defender a little bit out of position, it's a very good bet he's going to get some free throws.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Here's Faulkner. That one drops for him. Faulkner's got 7.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
35 seconds left to play in the first half. Misses in close. This one for 3. Missed the shot. He's 3 for 4 in the game.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers. And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Pass the Magician. No good on the triple. Takes the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. 22 points for him.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over.
My remote was on
That's the
mute.
one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
So that'll be it for the
We're
first
going down by
half.
one.
Fairly even battle underway in this one.
A decent
They're up
comeback
by
right
1.
there in the second quarter.
We'll see you back here after
Here
the
comes the
break
third.
for third quarter basketball.
My bed is the best you can buy, but it ain't as tough as their defense right now. They got to shore up that side of the ball.
And the next topic to touch on. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. With confidence, 50% from the field so far. Magician is out there with the Magician. Then there's Faulkner. And it's Knox in at the 3. That's the group for Tuomas-Isola as we begin the second half. It's been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Faulkner on the wing. Pass the Magician. And he stops it. What a pass to set him up.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. To the left wing. and it's
dang it.
Wagner with the rebound. Driving to the basket.
Nice work to get
Oh, they got it on Adrian.
draw the contact.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. And he dunks it down.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. Pass to Knox. Oh, good with the triple.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes
Leave
the
this
ball
man
in the
open.
three-point lane.
Don't do
Third
it.
quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Here's Wagner. A Wizard with the rebound. Gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good
Dang it,
start
I didn't
tonight.
hold it long
But
enough. I
quick
thought
look,
I
no good
did.
that time.
Boy, this guy was able to connect from deep in the first half. Hasn't found the range since.
This is the first time shooting for 3.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Playing as a team so crucial. Let's see the NBA's best.
And
I
a
wanna
team
know
that
who ball
shares
it
the
is.
ball will
Oh, it's my
create
ball.
opportunities for the right player to score.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Oklahoma City. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He has 30.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart.
30
defensively
points
right
for
now,
not really
especially
scoring in the
on
first
interior.
quarter.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas
Let's
Isola.
go.
He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
Up by 3 Cougars.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are
Oh
in
my
December.
gosh, I'm number
Taking
9.
a look here at the visitors. Right now, they're down in the 9th spot. They haven't had the kind of success they had wanted to have at this point of the season. A
No.
game and a half out. And Wagner has it in the corner. Pass to Magician. Wagner, right side. Here's Magician. Latre. A Wizard with the rebound. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. To the wing right side. Here's the Wizard. He's defended by Wagner. Takes it from 10. The shot misses. Got just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. To the middle, pick off in midair. Here's the Wizard.
No, just too long. Dang it.
52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Pass to Knox. Trying to end the drought. Knocks down the three ball. Knox has got 12 in the game.
His
GG.
performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
Magicians checked in for the Magician. 1:37 left to play here in the third. And it's Magician with the rebound.
He's hurt.
Gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup. That's now 8 points for Magician.
That's his knee.
And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
And I'll tell you, this is something you never
Dang
like to
it.
see.
No, obviously something that
Wow,
you know,
an
every player
injury.
fears. The NBA has made player safety a priority, but
That's not a
injuries
foul?
continue to happen.
Good for the 5th
Wow.
time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of
What about
quality
pump
transition
faking? Like,
offense. If it can end
does
at
that
the
exist
cup,
in
it's
All-Star mode?
exactly where you want it.
There's 47 seconds left in the third. In the corner, Knox with it. That 3 off the mark. Thing is leaving some to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter.
Home team foul. Knox. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's the Wizard. Pass to Baker. Will it go? Here's the Wizard. And the ball travels out of bounds. Turnover.
Dang it.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there. They'll want to talk about that one.
Magicians checked in for the Magician. Here's Magician. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Out of bounds.
Fires for three. Gets the three-pointer.
Oh my gosh.
Magician's got 7 points in the game. Here's the Wizard. And that one released in time, but no good. Well, it's been an
Fourth
exciting game.
quarter.
Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. They're up by 7. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Baker out there with the Wizard. Then it's Magician. Then it's the Wizard. And it's the Wizard at the pivot spot manning the middle.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Here's Magician. Back to Wagner. The Wizard with the rebound. The Wizard's got his 5th rebound in this one. Baker passes to Saunders. Back to Baker. To the right side. And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard. And here we go.
He wasn't sad. He wasn't a bull crap call, man.
Like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted
the previous play is under review.
Times make it a lot easier to determine.
Was it even
Indeed, and
said?
one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow-mo,
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Wow.
these players are moving it. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
Magicians checked in for the Magician. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He thinks they're still very much in this game, saying it's right there, but it's on us to take care of it. We have to make it happen, hoping to inspire his team here.
And Allie, thanks so much. And it's time for an injury report.
I was told it's a knee sprain. Not great news by any stretch, but luckily it wasn't anything major. A return tonight is no longer in the cards. The question now is this a multi-game injury? Something that's yet to be determined. Guys?
Allie, thank you for the update.
Well, and that's huge. Obviously,
That's not a, oh my gosh, not a blocking foul. What is this?
His return to the
This happens every time in the fourth quarter. They don't call anything in like 3 minutes.
Magicians checked in for the Magician.
So stupid.
Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter.
Anyways, AJ has a knee sprain.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Thank you.
Not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Pass to Baker. Here's Magician. A 3-ball.
Ow!
No good. Wagner outside. Hits the
He didn't call it a foul.
10 points for Magician.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
That's green. That was literally green.
Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. pushes it, and down.
Yeah, because now they can make every single shot, and we can't make
why
it.
they're up. Just taking what the defense giving him here.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He knows every possession is critical now.
We lost. This is what happens.
Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter.
Why doesn't anybody want to drive in now?
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's the Wizard. Takes the shot.
Seriously, there is no green anymore. I'm so tired of being almost near the end of the game and no one wants to do green. And the refs call every single foul on me.
The big lead, they continue to
every time.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail.
Seriously, green big, and then shoot gone.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more.
Seriously, that's green. Thank you, Keita. Thank you.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And it misses. The 3 doesn't go.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
We've got 1:08 left here in the fourth quarter. Wagner fires, and it's off. Here's the Wizard. The 3 is off. That one misses. Shoots the 3, and it doesn't go.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Convincing. With very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
So they get the victory here at home. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage.